In this talk, I'll be showing you powers and roots and explaining how they're used. So our first question is 2 to the power of 4. Now this means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So our base number is 2, so it means 2 times by itself 4 times, which 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. Okay? Now the next question is 3 squared. So 3 squared means 3 times 3. So 3 times by itself twice. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9. Okay. And the next set of questions, so I've got 5 to the power of 1. So it means I've got 1 5, so it's itself 5. 5 squared means 5 times 5. So give me the answer 25. 5 cubed means 5 times 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. Okay, and our final one is 5 to the power of 4. So I've got 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So our base number stays the same, and the power tells us how many times it's times by itself. Okay, so it's times 4 times. So 5 times 5 is 25, times by 5 is 125, times by 5 is 625. Okay. Now, these are our square numbers. Okay, so 1 squared means 1 times 1, which is 1. So 1 is the square number. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is 36. 7 squared is 49. 8 squared is 64. 9 squared is 81. 10 squared is 100. 11 squared is 121. 12 squared is 144. 13 squared is 169. 14 squared 196. 15 squared 225, and 20 squared 400. Now these you need to know for your GCSE maths exam. You need to know up to 15 squared and then 20 squared. Okay, our square numbers are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169, 196, 225 and 400. So the highlighted numbers are the square numbers. Okay. Now square roots. Well, square roots is the inverse of squaring. Just like as multiplying is the inverse of dividing and adding is the inverse of subtraction, square rooting is the inverse of squaring. So which number squared gave me 25? So the answer would be 5. If I look back at my previous question, if I look here, 5 squared gave me 25, so square root of 25 is 5. 100, square root of 100 would be 10, because 10 squared is 100. Square root of 9 would be 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. And square root of 49 would be 7, because 7 times 7 equals 49. Okay, so the square root symbol is asking for the positive root of the answer. Okay. Now 2 cubed means 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So the cube root of 8, which is denoted by this 3 on top of the root symbol, that means cube root of 8 would be 2, because it's the inverse of cubing. So if we delete that. So the cube root of 27 would be 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. Thank you for listening.